Senator or Illinois State Senator Daniel Biss actually did a very interesting event, and it was with PussyRiot at Subterranean.
Yeah.
It was with Reclaim Chicago and a few other groups too that were basically stating why it's important to run and be part of the or at least get actively involved to vote, and also to support Daniel Biss.
Mad I missed that.
Guys, let me tell you the story.
I was editing too, so I feel your
It's
pain.
been so much fun.
Guys, I actually had a lot of fun.
I know you're the one that went.
PussyRiot's awesome.
Yeah,
like,
listen, I had fun, and I didn't pay to get in.
You were covering an event.
I was covering an event, but it was awesome to get in. But at first, here's the thing: the bouncers didn't put any of the media in there. I was the first one to really get inside. ABC,
Hardlands Media. We're always an hour before everyone else, and we get it done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. CBS, ABC, and WGN. WGN came in right after me, but I want to definitely I want to thank one of my contacts from Brand New Congress, as well as an individual from DSA. I did not get this person's name, but they managed to speak to the bouncer and vouch for me. So thank you guys for letting me in to do a live stream. That was really awesome of you. I owe both of you a beer, a drink, whatever. Let's go out for brunch sometime. Hey, we have to brighten up the mood, right?
Drinks or brunch.
Yeah, drinks or brunch. Hey, we'll do both.
Why
We'll
not
do
both?
mimosas.
Why not both? Yeah, okay, there we go.
Do some mimosas.
That works.
Why not blend them together? Wait, no, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, that is a bad idea. Bacon and orange juice just doesn't mix unless it's separate.
Unless it's in your stomach.
Of course. But it was really interesting because at least the two people from Reclaim Chicago shared their stories about why we don't have universal health care and why we need to have it, why we need to fight for progressive policies and progressive issues. And Daniel Biss took the stage too to really lay down the fact that he is running as the middle-class governor. He's a progressive. He's fighting for these issues. He's been fighting for them for a long time. And as we all know, Illinois is right now going down in U.S. history as the most expensive governor's race. You have J.B. Pritzker, Bruce Rauner, and to another extent, Chris Kennedy throwing in millions of dollars into this race. And here you have Daniel Biss running for the people and being funded by the people. And he has the endorsement of Our Revolution, Illinois, the main chapter of Our Revolution, National Nurses United, and so many others. I would take up too much time just saying them all. But, he's got a lot of progressive and independent organizations backing him up, as well as strong progressive political leaders as well backing him up. So it was something to see PussyRiot stand next to him too. And they were, singing about, why we need to have social change and why we need to stand up against totalitarianism, fascism, and corrupt governments. Because if we don't, we're signing away our freedom. And then we don't have a system. Our vote will not matter if we don't get involved. So it was fun to be in there. And after we got done live streaming, I just had a few drinks, hanging out with a few people.
Did you get to meet the band?
Unfortunately, no. They were still singing, and I had to be heading on back home too. So I didn't. Next time. Plus, I think it was starting to get a little difficult to really get anywhere like near the main stage, like not to near the main stage. But I think there was a little bit of an after party, and I don't think I was invited. So, I mean, I wasn't going to risk anything like that. So.
Please.
Yeah. But no, it was fun to be there. It was fun to see some people that I knew. I saw some people we interviewed in the past that were there, so it was fun seeing them, and it was really fun seeing the fact that a couple of the other media outlets were coming in after me, and that they were having the same problems with the bouncer as well. So, one of the concerns though was I think that they didn't know either. Because I know the campaign told them that we were coming, so they knew, but they forgot to put us on there. And the manager, he was helping escort us in, said, "I'm so sorry that wasn't put on there. This is my fault."
That reminds me of that. This is a completely unrelated story, but if you give me a minute,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this reminds me of in the '90s when the U.S. wanted to launch a satellite to study the aurora borealis.
Aurora borealis
with a rocket. They launched it off Norway. And we had told the Russians, hey, by the way, we're going to be launching this satellite into space. And we had given it to some lieutenant. Lieutenant forgot to pass it up the chain of command. So the Russians, from their perspective, looked at their radar and they said, that looks like a multi-burst stage ICBM attack that's used to launch an EMP to then knock out all the power grid before launching the rest of the salvo. We need to return fire. The first time the Russians have ever pulled out their version of the nuclear football, gave it to Yeltsin, who hadn't been drinking that day. And under doctrine, because of MAD, they were supposed to nuke the U.S. with everything they had because of that satellite. And he looked at it and he said, something doesn't seem right. And so a few minutes later, it came in what was actually happening. One of the many, if you want to look into something that's truly terrifying, look up all the times. We've had over a dozen that we've almost nuked the planet, 2 of them from a malfunctioning. A microchip that one person...
A swarm of geese one time?
A swarm of geese, and then the one that were...
A flock of geese. Why did I say swarm?
Trump going to North Korea?
A B-52 disintegrated over Georgia carrying 4 hydrogen bombs. 2 of them, parachute came out fine.
What could go wrong, though?
The other 2, the parachute didn't come out. The one that landed, the safety switches all were fine and they didn't go off. These are hydrogen bombs, by the way. And the final one, 5 of the 6 safety switches failed.
Come on,
and
guys.
one more, if it had done that, Georgia would have been bombed, and then we would have probably launched a retaliatory strike against Russia.
Daniel, you ruined my PussyRiot story.
I gotta do it. I gotta bring it in. I wasn't there.
About the switches, I just gotta say, like, you had one job.
Don't blow up unintentionally. You're watching Hard Lens Media.